Okay, I hooked up the ProSport20. I showed the procedure, but the video wasn't that good. I may put a piece or two on this video, but in that case you probably would have already seen it. But I got it hooked up. I've got it hooked up to both batteries. I'm not charging these parallel batteries in parallel, where I'm on positive one battery, negative the other. I'm charging them up individually. I did research. They said it's possible, so I'm going to charge them up individually. This is a 20 amp charger. Waterproof, all waterproof is really not a big factor for me. Waterproof is always a factor. You never know when something's going to get wet. But I got it going. I'm running off one of my generators. The system check light is okay. It says it's charging, which is red, and it's letting me know that I'm in a flooded STD AGM battery. So looks like all that is correct. And we're going to see how it's doing. I'll give you a big check a little bit later. I'm going to see how fast it'll charge. Since I am charging both batteries, it's not a straight up test with the Genius, because I didn't do that with it. So that comparison won't really fit. It is definitely a more sturdy box or container or setup than the Genius, and it also can be attached to my wall here, which I may do. But thought I would get a good quick test in first. So we'll get back and I will tell you how fast it charges. I'm hoping for at least double the speed, because with the Genius, though it was 20 amp, it was only 10 amp for each battery. This one will allow you to, I probably could have hooked it up with the one connector, you know, the basic way you do a parallel system, because it will find out and it will sort of juggle. So maybe if I disconnect that side, it would give 20 amps directly to the battery. So that might have been a factor. We'll just have to see later. But I'm going to go around here. It's ice cold out here, and it's not going to have much sunshine. So I thought I would see if I could charge up the battery. Guys, I thought I'd mention Christmas here. I'm walking back out to my van. This is the finish of my video a couple of days ago when I installed the new charger, and this is basically the results. I charged it over a couple of days. I only charged it a couple of hours, or 3 or 4 hours today, and about 5 or 6 hours yesterday. Now, the reason that's impressive is that I have charged these batteries pretty consistently over a week's period, you know, with breaks and sunshiny days. I don't actually charge it that often. But during this one intense period of time, I appear to have topped the battery out again. So let's take a quick look here. Okay. If you'll see this, I'm not sure you can see it even closer. The battery is, that's a symbol of the battery, and it is really close to topped out. The sun is behind the cloud. It was completely topped out a while. I haven't had it that high in a long time, and I only did it in a couple of days. It's 155 amp hours in each battery, so 310 amp hours. So it's not like it charges immediately. And I'm using an intelligent charger. I'm not pushing much. I'm not pushing past 20 amps. And so this arrangement I've got appears to be charging at a much faster rate than I did with my old Genius charger. Now, once again, the Genius charger was set up on a parallel charge, where it was positive on one battery, negative on the other, and I was charging the whole bank. With this one, I charged each battery. They're still in a bank formation, but I did some study and I said there would be no problem with individually charging the batteries. There's 2 ports on this charger, so I'm charging it at identical, with the identical charger at the same time. So they should be charging at the same rate, and they should have started out pretty much balanced, because they've been a bank, and I try to keep them in the bank formation. So I got to say pretty good things about the charger, and it appears to be working. And I'm thinking, if you do have a multi-port, even though you're on a bank, and it's perfectly all right to charge it. You know, I've only got 2 batteries in this bank. You could go up to 3 with a 3-port charger. I only got 2, and quite a few amp hours. So I'm using that, and that's why I'm charging those individually. I can get away with it. I can get away with one more battery and another charger, but right now this satisfies me. All right, just want to give you a quick rundown on that, and that was my results of these of the new marine grade charger.